I'm live. Okay, according to this, I'm live. Well, so much to say. Last summer and fall, I tried this, and Verizon, was really acting up. Oh, oh, come on! I have to position this webcam. Okay, I think it's positioned. So, I'd just like to introduce my video series. I'm Brian Katz, author of the soon to be published book, The Fourth Degree. Wait, don't fall. Okay. The bachelor's from Hopkins, a master's from UAB, that's University of Alabama at Birmingham, an MD, and a PharmD degree from University of Maryland. So beyond the academic stuff, I love talking, brainstorming, debating. My friend, I'd say my best friend, but a good friend of mine. His name's Sal. Let's see, Sal V. In case he doesn't want to share his last name because he's paranoid about these things. Um, so we're gonna make like a video series and just kind of talk. He's into like it has to be scripted, and I'm like, it really doesn't because people just remember the spontaneous things. Like we're gonna have a segment where I go, Sal, what do you see as the fundamental flaw inherent in Keynesian economic theory? And Sal's gonna say, it doesn't work. It doesn't effing work. I'm like, well, what about it doesn't work? And then he'll come up with some analogy like, you think you're in a long term relationship with a prostitute, and in the end she screws you. Those type of things. It's funnier when he says it. Okay, so it's pretty much going to be it, at least at the beginning. It's going to be mostly humorous. It'll be recollections of our time at our high school, Bethaphylla. Um, different jobs. Right now, we work for the same employer. We'll probably leave it at that. You know, um, Unbeknownst to my dad, um, basically paying off a court settlement for a Nissan Pathfinder I got for Sal after he was in a car wreck back in 2019. Jesus, it's like 2 years already. And anyway, so yeah, he kind of owes me. He owes me for that. He owes me for getting him the job as a delivery driver. He should be grateful. I even wrote him a prescription for Elidel cream for eczema. It's decent stuff. Anyway, so that's kind of the beginning, and we're just going to go from there. And I don't want to belabor it. Oh, last point. I put a grill together all by myself on the 4th of July. And it was like, I've always seen it done. And thank God for YouTube videos. And this guy was like, this is how to put it together. And I'm like, okay, if this guy could walk me through the steps, it wasn't that hard. Once you figure out, like, oh, the cylindrical thing, it goes like underneath the inserts. It doesn't. You can't like force it into the holes. It just won't work, and you have to put it on before the legs. But okay, and it worked. And then Sal, he kind of overcooked the flank steak. Was it whatever steak? I don't know. It really needed to be sliced more thinly. Okay, well, but it was a good meal. My dad enjoyed it. It was, good time. It was. See, he's 3 days older than me, but when you see him, you'd be like, he looks like 10 years older than you. Another funny joke before I go. We used to play team trivia for Trivia Maryland, and it had its moments. But like one of the people on our team was this woman, and she was, like I don't know, from somewhere in Vermont or something, and it's like this cloud of snobbishness. Yeah, and she wanted to be nice. She was nice, but anyway, she was like, oh, you're bringing your friend. Like, is he the one who has a child he doesn't take care of? And I knew how to shut her down. I was like, no, he's the one with 3 kids he doesn't take care of. So it was funny, and you had to be there. So we're going to talk about my books. We're going to talk about jobs, the economy, politics, work. I don't know, everything cool, you know? And I want it to be funny, and I'll have to tell Sal not to like curse or, say crude, offensive things that, and then we'll have to edit those out, of course, if he and when he does, and inevitably he will. So that's about it for now, and I'm signing off. Have a good night. Oh, if I didn't introduce myself at the beginning, which means I'll have to like re-record the whole thing. My name, Dr. Brian Katz. I hate how my voice sounds on tape also, so I just thought I'd mention that. But okay. Okay, now I can sign off.